Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel once again. I appreciate you guys coming over, visiting me, and checking out my videos. So I hope that you are enjoying the video content that I'm providing for you guys. So look, y'all, Russell Simmons, like, yeah, yeah, come on now. We look. Is this the reason why he's in Bali? Why he went to Bali? Because from my understanding, the United States can't extradite from Bali, so they can't go over there and get him for whatever crimes that he might be charged with in this country. But y'all, man, I did not know that Russell Simmons had all of this going on. And but like I'm gonna say, y'all, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all because a whole lot of those big names in the industry, and even the not so big names, but the big name people, like Sean Combs, and you want to go to the other side, Harvey Weinstein, and some of those ones like that. So this stuff is never really surprising to hear. I think the thing that surprises me the most is that I haven't heard about it until then. But then once I went to go do a little bit of research on this before I made this video, I saw that there were claims against him. It was something I saw from 2017, from things that he did in the 90s. Now, I don't know if this from 2017 and what we're hearing about here recently, I don't know if they are from the same person or from the same people. So, you know what I'm saying, y'all? Just like I said, it's very believable. It's very believable. I hate to be the guilty until proven innocent person, because that you never should look at a person or look at a situation like that, because you're not giving that person a fair chance if you're already proving them guilty before you even really know what's going on. But in the case now, if it was somebody else other than Russell Simmons, not just it would have to be, because I can't say just anybody else, because if I throw another name up in there, they might be on the Russell Simmons type tip. But y'all, if it was any other ordinary person, I guess I should say, I probably would have went with the innocent until proven guilty. But with Russell Simmons, that's just like, and I'm gonna call him Sean Combs, y'all. I'm gonna call him the name that was given to him by his parents, because I don't know if to call him Puffy, Diddy, P Diddy. I don't know what to call him, so we're gonna call him by his name on his birth certificate, which was Sean Combs, Sean John Combs, I think is his middle name. But anywho, Sean Combs. So you know what I'm saying? It's just like with the situation with him. It was a guilty until you prove to me that you're innocent type situation, because y'all, they some monsters in that industry. And I've been hearing like a lot of these claims are, I know these ones with Russell Simmons. I know a lot of these are from the 90s. I think the most recent incident was something that happened in 2016. Like, dude, you still doing that? Like, you are still doing that. If you didn't and got away with it in the 90s and whatever the case may be, why are you still doing that? And that reminds me of the R. Kelly's, that brings me to the R. Kelly situation. Because there have been rumors and, like known facts, even videotapes and everything going on about going around about what R. Kelly had going on. However, people still did not believe that R. Kelly was doing what he was doing. And then, once he finally charged for it, and he was going back and forth to court for it, people still really wasn't believing that R. Kelly was doing what R. Kelly was doing. But, those charges, he ended up getting off. So I looked at R. Kelly when I found out, like when that documentary came out, because for a long time I hadn't even heard. I mean, I had asked myself what was going on with that case, because all of a sudden you really didn't hear about it anymore. So I didn't know if the charges were dropped. I didn't know what was going on. So I really didn't hear. R. Kelly was still doing his thing. He was still making his music. People were still playing his songs and everything. And then this mute R. Kelly thing started, and then the documentaries had came out. So I had no idea that R. Kelly was still doing the stuff that he was doing. And I'm looking like, dude, why would you still be, if you were caught the first time? You know what I'm saying? And then it ended up, whatever ended up happening, but you didn't go to jail or anything behind it. You should have stopped then. Why would you still continue to do what you were doing? And see, that's the thing about a lot of these people, the R. Kellys and the Russell Simmons and all of them. That's the lot, with these powerful people with money, because they just feel like that they're never going to be caught. So they keep on doing, and even if they are caught, that somehow is going to be thrown out and they're going to end up getting off, and they continue to just do what they're doing. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that baffled me with R. Kelly. Like why would you do that? Why would you continue? I guess he just figured that he was too big, that he was never going to get caught, because all of these years and all of these allegations and all of this proof, just like I said, a videotape, and you were able to somehow get your way out of that. So you know what I'm saying? So you continue to do what you were doing, and that seems like the case with all of them. Because just like with Sean Combs, you should, if you were doing that, you were doing all of that back allegedly, back with Kim Porter and even before her. So you know what I'm saying? Cassie come along and you still doing that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And who knows what he was doing with the Florida chick, with the young Miami girl. Cause she just seemed just, she's young, and she. But anyway, y'all, we're gonna leave it at, she's young. So you know what I'm saying? So he probably was still doing the same thing with her. And now his Russell Simmons, now your name then came up in the loop, and you still doing, but Russell Simmons knew. He knew, I guess, when those charges came up, when they started talking back in 2017, he got out of Dodge. Now I'm not sure when he left the United States and went to Bali, but he's been over there at Bali, supposedly at some sort of retreat or whatever. But he been over there at that retreat for what, at least about 2 years, at least a couple of years. I know for sure at least a couple of years he's been over there in Bali at this retreat. So, you know what I'm saying, y'all? And then the reason, I'm assuming that he chose Bali is because he can't be extradited to the United States from Bali. So, whatever crime that he committed over in the United States, they can't go over there and get him to bring him back over here to lock him up. They can't do that. So, that right there is kind of telling. It's kind of making you look guilty. And then on the other hand, just about, like, okay, so before I get into that, if we think about it, with all of this, and like I said, these big name people and all of this stuff that they have going on in the industry, y'all, with underage people and all of that, we do have to remember that Russell Simmons is way older than Kimora Lee. And it's said that when Russell Simmons met her, he was 35 and she was 17. However, they did not start dating until she turned 18. Y'all, if y'all could see my face right now, like I got the duck lips going on for sure. My eyes really rolling in my head, because you waited till she turned 18 before you started dating her. That's kind of like the same story that we get with Jay-Z and Beyonce. But I ain't gonna get into that. So let's get back into Russell Simmons. So anyway, yeah. So he was 35 and she was just 17 when he met her. So I can kind of, if he because it seems like that all of these men, what was being mentioned in these accusations is the abusiveness that was coming from them. Like all of these men were abusive, but just like I said, if you have that much power, and you feel like you can do anything, that's exactly what they're doing. They're doing anything, and they don't think that there will be any consequences behind it. But here we are in 2024, and people are not. It actually started before 2024 because Cassie came with hers against Sean Combs just a few months ago. It was still 2023, and there has been other accusations. Well, we're gonna go back, like even with Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein and R. Kelly and all of the rest of them. Those have, I'm not saying that 2024 is the year that everybody is decided they want to say something. What I'm saying is that this has been going on. People have been speaking out, but it seems like it's more and more people speaking out. There's things that, like this thing with Russell Simmons, for instance. This is a lot of these claims are incidents that happened in the 90s. However, like I said, I think the most recent incident is 2016, which is what brought me to, saying that, if you got away with something for so long, why would you still be doing it? Back in June of 2023, but Ming had left a post on Father's Day, pretty much a tribute for her mom, Kimora, and she did not leave or say anything about her father, on Father's Day. So that was definite shade that she was throwing his way. So when Ming left that post, Russell clapped back at her, blaming Kimura for not letting him see them or something of that sort. And this is what made Aoki clap back at Russell about the type of father that he had been for the past year or so, or for the past couple of years. That at one point he was a great father, and then all of a sudden that took a turn. So they were thinking that something might be wrong with him mentally, or he might be going into dementia or something like that. And y'all, just like I said, I'm not sure what the relationship that they have with each other right now. I think the last thing I saw, Kimura was suing him, or either he was suing Kimura and her husband for um, some type of business, something that they all are part of. So y'all, but anywho, back to this Russell Simmons with this essay stuff, and I'm not trying to say adults know what I'm talking about, and y'all probably know the story that's going on with Russell Simmons, but I don't want YouTube to flag me for certain words that I use. So we're gonna use essay for all, that abuse. We're gonna use that when describing what this man is being charged with. So and it looks like, I know back a second ago I had mentioned R. Kelly and him continuing to do the things that he was doing, thinking that he was never going to be caught for it. But then the Me Too movement is what came about, and when the Me Too movement came about, then that's when all of R. Kelly's skeletons fell out of the closet, per se. So a lot of people, and I think that with the Me Too, that's when Harvey Weinstein, that's when he was out there. Brett Bretner, I think his name is. But a lot of powerful people were mentioned in a Me Too movement because of the essay that they committed on women and men and children for decades. So when the Me Too movement came about, Russell Simmons' name also came up. So it was said that 2017 was the height of the Me Too movement, and by 2018, 18 women had accused Russell Simmons of SA. So you know what I'm saying? Like the same thing with R. Kelly. All of your skeletons that fell out the closet too. And then on top of that, he had now he's with this beef that he has going on with his daughters and with Kimora Lee when she was the one that kind of had your back because I'm sure Kimora had to have known you were married to this man. You had to have known about a few, if not all, of those accusations. You probably know what's true. You probably know what this man has done. She's always had his back. So I'm wondering now if if they have all of this going on and he's trying to sue them or whatever sort may be. I wonder if she's willing because I think she spoke up on something similar when Sean Combs, like I said, y'all, I don't know if to call him Puffy P. Diddy or whatever his name is, so I'm gonna call him by his birth name, which is Sean Combs. But when the stuff came out about him and Kim Porter, Kimora Lee had a lot to say about that, cryptic messages and things of that sort. But she had things to say about that. So, I think that she knows a lot of the truth behind that. So if she knows a lot of the truth about what was going on between um Sean Combs and Kim Porter, then she had to have known the things that her husband, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, but she protected him so long for so many years. And I'm sure holding on to a whole lot of his secrets. So, like I said, once again, y'all, we'll see how that turns out. With her suing him, I guess all of that is still going on. But y'all, the thing is that he's had, and y'all, I didn't even know that until I just saw that there were 18 women that accused him of SA. 18. And then these are prominent, these are actresses. Somebody from one of the Real Housewives shows. I think the Real Housewives of Hollywood or something like that. I think one of the girls from there he was charged with SA with. So y'all, this man just, and then he's sitting over there in Bali like he's on I think it's supposed to be a yoga retreat that he's on. And I think y'all, how long he been on that retreat? Because he been gone out of the United States for a minute, and I think that he's been over there in Bali the whole time. So it's kind of weird because it's yoga retreats and all kind of all of those types of resorts are all across the world, and you made sure to go to the one that the United States, you can't be extradited to the United States for the charges that you've committed over in the United States. So you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of, like, why would you? I mean, maybe he just wanted to go to Bali. I'm not saying it like that because Bali really is a beautiful place, and I would love to be able to go to Bali one day. But with all that he has going on, and y'all, I just don't, I do believe that he probably is at a yoga retreat because I've seen some of the videos that he posted like over a year ago, whatever, of him being on this retreat and doing yoga and supposed to be living a clean lifestyle and all that type of stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, he can't be extradited back to the United States in Bali. So these claims are not new. Like I said, as of 2018, he already had 2018 he was already being accused by 18 women. So then you jump up and you run to Bali, like, you know what I'm saying? Them charges come down, you jump up and you run to Bali. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Just like I said, I guess we'll see how this turns out. He has the same thing going on that Sean Combs has going on right now. And to be honest, y'all, well, you know what? Let me just leave that alone. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say, but some of y'all probably thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. The same way that I'm thinking about it. So y'all probably know what I was about to say, but I'm gonna leave that at that. And I pray that these women are vindicated. I'm sure that all of these can't be lies. All of these can't be lies, and definitely not, about men that we've heard these types of rumors and accusations going on about for years. Like we've heard these rumors going on for years. And just like I said with R. Kelly, for somehow you hear these rumors going on and these charges being brought about, and then all of a sudden you don't hear anything about it anymore. The person is not locked up, or somehow, the charges were dropped, or something like that. And, they just all felt like that they were going to always get away with their crimes, and now everything is being brought to a head. It's not too many people out there that's being quiet about what's happened to them, and these people that's just out here just living free, like they've done no wrong at all to anybody whatsoever. And you have these women and some men and kids that had to grow up into adults, feeling the pain and everything else that you brought upon their life, with what you've done to them. So, I think that, well, I don't know. Again, like I say, they are powerful people, but then again, R. Kelly is sitting in jail right now. I think that's something that a lot of us, including R. Kelly, thought would never happen, but he is sitting in jail right now. So, maybe it'll be the same thing for these other ones. But it's just really sad that it's really sad when someone, a lot of these women and men, and all of that case, it's just really sad when they try to get ahead in life, and you have someone that's kind of dangling that over their heads, and knowing that by them dangling this over their heads, that they have, pretty much whatever type of access to them that they want to have, and don't have to worry about anything happening, because they know that this person wants to advance in their career, or whatever it is that they're trying to advance to. And they're going to not say anything because they want that advancement. So it's just really sad that you have people like this that's in the industry. You have people like this everywhere in the industry, on jobs. This type of things, this type of thing happens with regular jobs, career jobs. It's just that people that feel like that they have some sort of power going on, they feel like they can do whatever it is that they want to do, and because they have this power over someone, that they can keep on doing this. But we are seeing that this is not the case. So with that being said, y'all, I just like I said, I think that a lot of these women will be vindicated. We don't know if Russell Simmons is gonna end up going to jail, if he'll ever come back over to the United States from Bali to fight his charges, or whatever the case may be. So I guess we'll just happen to see in the meantime what happens with all of this. And with that being said, guys, as always, thank you guys for visiting my channel and watching my videos. I'm out.